Good morning, stamping friends. How's everyone today? I'm doing really well. I'm back from a little getaway vacation for my husband's birthday, and I am ready to go and share some more projects with you. I wanted to mention, though, before we get started, is that there's a couple things going on with Stampin' Up! That is about to end. The last chance products are going to be on sale until the last day of the month, which is June 30th. That is this week on Thursday. So if there's anything looming in that mini catalog we have, you're going to want to grab that before they are gone forever. Then the other thing going on is we have a kits collection going on, and you can buy one, get one 50% off. So that's really a great deal. There's a Christmas kit in there that you might want to get a jump start on your Christmas project. So take a look. You can go to my Stampin' Up! Store or my blog or my Facebook page and read about that. So let's get started with today's projects. You are in for a treat because we are going to be starting a new class to go. And the bundle that I'm using is Sweet Songbirds. And this is really a great stamp set to get you in the spring and summer mood. And I don't know, whenever I go walking in the morning or if I go at night, I always hear the birds chirping. And I just think this sets the tone for what this season is. So let's take advantage of the summer set. And before we get into all the holiday projects that are going to be coming up. So the name of the stamp set is Sweet Songbirds, and there's a bundle that goes with this, which includes the punch. Now, I know many times I do these class to goes and you already own the set, so that's why I've kind of rearranged my classes in how I present them, and you can get that as an add-on. That way, if you already have the stamp set and the punch, then you can still get in on this class and you'll get all the other products that you would need to complete the projects. So let me outline how this class will work. The class fee is going to be $50 shipped to you, or $46 porch pickup. And what you're going to get in this class is the in color DSP, which is designer series paper. And this is the 22 to 23 years. So this is the brand new in colors. You'll also get baker's twine, which is 5 spools, one of each of these colors to coordinate. You'll also get these decorative matte dots. I do have a set here just so you can see a little bit better what they look like. They look like little candies, don't they? And you'll also get a pack of dimensionals. We definitely need that, and you can always use dimensionals in with your crafting supplies. You are going to get 5 make and takes in this class, and then I will also email the PDF instructions to you. And the optional add-ons are, like I said, you can get the Sweet Songbird bundle, which includes that. And the prices reflected here already have the tax and shipping in. So that's $36. We're also using stylish shaped dies right here. Look at all those different shapes. And these actually have stitching around them. They're really nice. I'm so glad that we have this. I was telling some of my customers, this is the die set that I've used the most often since the new catalog came out. And then another add-on is getting all those colors that we're using today in ink pads, because you're going to want that too. As long as you have all these other coordinating, you really need these ink pads, and that is an extra $38. And then I also put some adhesive in there, the multi-purpose liquid glue, for $5. So that kind of outlines everything. Now the RSVP deadline is July 6th, and so you'll want to get this ordered right away, and this will ship directly to you from Stampin' Up! And then I will email the PDF to you and the make and takes, and that will come to you by July 13th. That's when I'll have it out the door. So let's get started. I also want to show you a couple projects. Now, this is one, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of one of the projects that's in the class. So you will be making this. Isn't this cute? Oh my gosh, I love this one. This is one of my favorites in the class that you'll be taking. It's a little, kind of like a little easel card. Can you see that, how it sets up? But look at it, will come out of that little niche and lie flat, so you can mail that. And then it's also a card, so you can write your sentiment in there. But isn't that cute? This would just be cute setting on your desk, just something cute to look at while you're crafting, or to send it to a special someone. And it's pretty obvious what it does, because there's a little flap there. So that is one of the projects that you'll be getting. Each project, because there's 5 new in colors, each project will focus on a different color group. The other thing I want to show you is, and this has nothing to do with my class, but it is just too cute not to show you. If you like making treats, one of my team members, Chris Brower, she made this, and she had a retreat. And while we were doing our little Minnesota wedding adventure a couple of weeks ago, I swung by her retreat she was having, and I got this as one of the table gifts. And isn't this cute? The early bird, you get it, gets the worms. So there's gummy worms. She made a cute little nest in there. This just sets in there. I just thought that was adorable how she turned the top of the bag into the little bird's nest. So that's a project that would be easy to make, and it's just so cute. All right. Thank you, Chris, for making that. Now let's get started with the make and take that I want to share with you today. Now, this one is not one that's in the class, but if you order this and some of those add-ons, you would easily be able to make this. So we're going to start with basic white thick cardstock, and this is 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. The 6.5 inches is this side, the long side, and you will score on the long side at 2.25 inches. So as you can see, I already scored that, and I even folded it. I had to figure out the measurements for all the other pieces, so I had to do that. Then the next thing we're going to do is take the designer series paper that you will be getting in with this class, and this piece is cut to, let me grab my ruler again. I don't want to tell you the wrong dimension. It's just 1/8 inch shorter. So it is 5 3/8 inches by 2 1/8 inch, and we are going to take our Stampin' Seal, and I like to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. I think that one I have the best luck with. I'm going to put one in the middle as well. And we're just going to put this on that top front flap and just kind of center it as best as you can. It's going to be a tight fit, but as you know, I like the 1/8 inch border better than the 1/4 inch. But if you prefer a 1/4 inch border, then you can trim that down a bit. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is take that exact same size, which is 5 3/8 by 2 1/8, and this time we're going to adhere this to the top back side of the card, and this will go right here. Again, it'll be that 1/8 inch border, so that when it's shut, it looks nice like that. Okay, but the first time I made this, I made it go all the way down, but then I thought you're not even going to see that bottom part, so I just cut it off and saved a little bit of paper that way. The next thing we're going to do is use this really pretty ribbon, and this is called, let me get the actual name of it, frayed ribbon. This is in white. It looks a little bit creamish, but we're going to pretend it's pure white here. And this is actually 3/4 inch wide, which normally sometimes it's kind of hard to tie, but this is very flexible. It must be a cotton ribbon, and oh, actually it's nylon polyester. So it just is not stiff at all. It will really fold up nice. So it's not going to be too much bulk. And this is how we're actually going to keep this shut. It's going to be like a little pocket card. So if you watched my last video, I kind of showed how I do my knots. I'll do a square knot for you again. So it doesn't really matter where the knot ends up because we can adjust that. So I just do the left over right, and when I pull it through, I make the left side go up and down so it's perpendicular. Then I hold this with one of my fingers. You kind of feel like you're all fingers when you do knots like this. All right, now we're going to take the bottom one and go up over the top one. And the trick to make that square knot on top is to pull the left side, only the left side and not the right, like this. See how it makes that nice square knot? And we don't want to pull it too tight or that knot gets too big and bulky. Let me just pull this, and because it's a little bit wider, there we go. And then just take your scissors. I use a fabric scissors that Stampin' Up! Used to sell, but I wish they'd bring that back. I use this all the time. Now, when I cut my knots, I know this, or cut the edges off, it's kind of a OCD way that I cut. But what I do, whichever way I start for the first one, I snip like this, and then I keep that angle going with the scissors, and I just come over here and cut the same way. So they're kind of like opposite. See that? The long point is here and then down there, so they're opposite. All right, and the position I want is probably about right there, but like I said, we can adjust that, and then just position it right on that seam of where the two papers meet, like that. Again, we can adjust that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is let's do the bird now. So let me set that aside. I'm going to do this one really fast and easy. We're going to build the bird first, and so I want you to take Sweet Sorbet. I forgot to tell you which color this is. Sweet Sorbet. Isn't that pretty? It's like a kind of a watermelon color. And we're just going to punch it. You could stamp it. Look at, there's two different size birds, and this is the one that coordinates with the punch. But we're just going to punch it and make it even faster and easier. And you're going to get a lot of little pieces that come out. So don't worry about them. Whoops. Make sure you have the whole bird in there before you punch. All right. And then just toss your little pieces that fall out. Okay. And then we need to stamp his eyes and put his beak on. So we will grab our Memento Black, and let me see, where did I put his eyes? We have got them right here. There's not really a right and wrong place to put them, right about there. And then let's make his beak. And the way we do this is I have Daffodil Delight. We want a bright yellow beak. Just punch that and move this to the side. We will get our multi-purpose liquid glue, and your pick tool when you're making tiny, teeny things is the best glue to use. And just put a little dot of glue where his nose is, or beak is going to go, and then pick that up with the end. There's kind of like a little bit of rubber on the end of a pick tool. Take your pick tool, and then you can kind of move that around how you want. All right, now we need to do his shiny white breast piece. Whoops, I want to move this a little bit more. There we go. And we're going to do this in basic white. A scrap piece here, and this is his breast piece. And let me grab my glue again. So we just came back from Branson for my husband's 60th birthday. Have you guys ever been there? Oh my gosh. I know a lot of people say God's country, but it truly is. We loved it there. Some people say, one and done. I wouldn't go there again, but we loved it. We would totally go there. Okay, I'm going to use a dimensional this time to pop up this to make it stand out a little bit more. So flip it over, and one large one ought to do it. So we went to the show Jesus. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see, and it's probably the best show I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, the effects, it just looks so real. But I highly recommend that for people that get to be in on that year round. You are one blessed person to have that in your backyard and take advantage of all that. There we go. All right, now we are going to build this on the piece that's going to go on the front. I get a little piece of paper so I don't get this on my desk mat. And we are going to stamp the little branch that he's going to be sitting on in soft suede. Right. And then we'll make the leaves in Parakeet Party, which is another new in color. This is a really, really bright green. Look at this stamp has all the leaves already together. You don't have to stamp them individually, and they will line up perfectly on these branches. So just aim right here and right here for the ends of this, the branch, like that. It's all right if it goes off the page a little bit. All right, and then we can stick our little bird on there. And again, we are going to use dimensionals. We are almost done with this card already. So anyway, I was saying we went to Branson. Then yesterday, we had a real birthday party in person for my husband at our house. So we have just had a very event-filled day. But I tell you, those airlines, it is crazy out there. If you don't have to travel, I kind of wouldn't recommend it because it's so crazy busy. Even people that are full fare are getting bumped off flights. So just stick him on there wherever you want. And it wasn't that fast and easy to create that part of the card. Now we're going to stick this on the front of our card. And like I said, we might have to adjust this knot a little bit. I'm going to put it over a little bit more to the right. So just bend your card and easily slide that down. And now when we put this on, we only want to adhere it on the bottom part because we don't want this, to glue all the way down because the card part is going to go in there. So what I'm going to do is grab my dimensionals again. And I know one needs to go right on the bottom. So right here. And then the other one, I don't want to put it just on the ribbon because I want, if this ribbon can kind of move around, so that's going to make this move around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strategically place them so that they hit the bottom of the ribbon, and so it doesn't slide around as much. It'll kind of secure that ribbon to the card. So make sure you have your knot where you want it before you do this part. All right, now let's just stick this. Whoops, take all the backs off. That really helps the dimensional stick better. All right, and then you can just kind of layer that however you want, and I'm going to just try to center it. Make sure this doesn't stick out past the edge because then the card won't fit. So I'm going to have to tilt this down a little bit, which is fine. All right, right like that. All right, now we need to put the card in here. You could actually put a gift card in there or, you know, a treat or something, but I'm going to make this a card that you write on. So what we're going to do is just slip this in here. And the reason I'm doing this first is so that I can plant where I want the sentiment to go. And I'm going to choose a sentiment that says, you've got something to celebrate. I need a lot of birthday cards, so we're going to make this a birthday card. And then we'll take our sweet sorbet ink. And let's just ink this up and put it right up here. Another cute, let me show you another version, but I want to just get this done first. Another thing that you could do is use the one that says a little note of thanks and then put the little notes if you want to add some more to it. Oh, I forgot to tell you the size of this card. This is, let me grab my ruler. I'm pretty sure it's 5 inches, yep, by 3 7/8. I know that's kind of an awkward number, but I just kind of placed it in here and made the border equal all the way around, and that's just what it turned out to be. I think it's probably because this goes all the way down to the bottom. That's why it's an odd number. So there's our cute little card. Wasn't that fast and easy? And I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, you will be getting the matte dots in here. So if you wanted to add a little bit more, in fact, maybe we should do that. Let's put a few little doodads on. And again, this is where the pick tool comes in handy because there's this rubber on the end and you just kind of hike it up a little bit if you're running out, and some more will squeeze out. After a while, it kind of wears down and you have to just pick that off because it'll get dust or paper particles, but just wind it in and it'll come back up. All right, so I know exactly where I want to put it, the lower right. And I think I'm going to do, let's see, there are 2 different tones. Actually, is that 3 or 2 tones? I can't tell. 1, 2, I don't know, but I think let's do the darker ones. Well, they're not going to stand up that well, are they? Maybe I won't put those on. Let me see the lighter ones. Will those stand out better? Yeah, they do. Okay, so let's put 3 down here. 1. And it just kind of adds a little bit of interest at the bottom. Your eye wants to kind of balance. And we have a lot going on here, so let's balance it off by putting these down here. So there we go. All right, we have a completed card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, this class to go starts today, and is the RSVP deadline is July 6th. And I also wanted to mention, if you see any products that you would like to order on your own, please be sure and use the host code when you order from my Stampin' Up! Store. Remember, I do Creative You every month, and for those who are local, you can come to my house and make these, and we can visit, and it's just a really fun social time as well. You can do hands-on at my house and make these, or if you don't live by me and you're online, you can go ahead and place that same order. If your order is over $35 and you use the host code, then you qualify for my 3 free projects at Creative You, and I will send you the kits and the PDF for those projects. Now remember, I'm not allowed to do stamping for you, but you can substitute what you have, or you might want to order the products that I use the next time you order. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you take advantage of that. They're really fun projects that I do, and I try to save some of my favorites for that Creative You class. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock Arizona time. And I hope you have a great week, and we will see you again next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.